Oh my goodness me, my lovely friends. Thank you very much for tuning in, being here with me live on air with the Ask One Radio Network, Avonal Psychic Radio and Moonstruck TV. I am your host, Zsuzsanna Hörcsög, and you are tuning in, you are listening to my show, Zsuzsanna Medium. And you know this very well. I'm always here on Tuesdays, 3:30 p.m. EST, 8:30 p.m. GMT. And now watch, because I checked. It's not Tuesday, but Wednesday morning, 7:30 a.m. for the Australian friends, Australian Easter time. So thank you very much for being here and tuning in. Now, I am super, super, super excited because that is the 46th show here on air. And we could have all the shows, but exactly a year ago, this Tuesday, a little bit later, because my show time was slightly different when I started, but exactly a year ago, I started the shows here with you all together. So I just want to say a massive, massive thank you for being here. And I just want you to know that everything is happening because of you and because of all of us. And just being here week after week and being able to talk to you, whether I have guests or do readings or bring messages or share little wisdoms, nuggets of wisdoms, it's always such a joy and excitement. And you know this very well, that a lot of times I have my ideas ready in my mind. But for instance, for some reason, for some strange reason, Spirit said, no, I'm just going to put you here and start talking. And it a little bit feels like a year ago. But I remember, you see, the main difference, I think, this time last year, that was the 12th of January, and now the 11th of January, 2022. I think the main reason, the big difference is that I remember at that time I had all the sticky labels around my screen. So I remember everything I wanted to talk to you about. But today, after a while, you learn how everything is, or actually not just you learn, but you trust, And then if you remember, I think quite a few times I talked to you about trusting, relying, and surrendering. And oh my goodness, this has been such a joyful and such fun year in this sense. And it has personally given me so much learning and so much opportunities, and meeting you and being able to talk to you. And knowing that whether we speak here on air or whether you come to my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium, or you check out my website, or you get in touch. And I know that you are there, because that's why I feel I'm really, really passionate about this work, because we are creating communities and spiritual communities. And whatever we are creating here, it is always for the best, for the goodness, for all of us, to raise the frequency. So thank you very much for joining in week after week and witnessing this journey, because we created it together. And then if maybe that is the first time, or you are new to this show, feel free to listen to and visit the previous shows. They are all there on askwarradio.com archives. That is the section. So you can find my shows, and you can find all the other shows as well. So I just wanted to acknowledge you, and feeling very, very blessed and humble that I can be here and be in service any moment and any, week after week being here. And I also want to say, because I know I always want to remember, every week I want to remember to say a huge thank you to Constance and Dave behind the scene, and then for having invited me here, because I'm just so grateful, and I'm always finding it such fun and such joy. And then there is that child energy who wants to play when I come here and talk about all these things. So thank you very much for creating, because how the energy aligned everything, I feel that is just so beautiful. And that's why we need to trust, allow, and surrender what is being given to us, opportunities and opportunities and options. And if you remember last week's show, when I talked to you about standing out on the stage, any kind of stage, your life is a stage. And we might as well just go for the opportunities and step out and what is in our heart, or what we feel we need to talk about, or what we feel really, really passionate about. We need to step into that frequency and that reality, because there is a reason why we are feeling that energy. If we ignore it, and then when our time comes that we need to move back to source, then we might feel a little bit upset or sad, or all those conversations, but we don't want to have those conversations. So that's why I'm inviting everybody, when you feel there is that inspiration, and within you, which wants to come forward, you just need to step into it, So this year, I would really like to hear as many of you sharing about your experiences. So feel free to send an email, hello@zsuzannamedium.com, or come to my Facebook page, Zsuzsanna Medium. And I'm also creating a different communities, so stay tuned in, because I'm going to talk to you about that as well. That's a wonderful community, because so many things to talk about. So here we go. I just wanted to acknowledge everybody. And oh my goodness me, this year, all the guests, I think about 15 or 17 guests coming here once or twice or even 3 times. And all the Anna Frank conversation, we had 4 shows about that, and we had conversations with all various things. So I am really, 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 truly grateful for that. And honestly, I can't wait what this year is going to bring. So it's nice to have that open mind and open heart here. So here we go. You see, I'm just so like, we need to have that playfulness. We need to remember how we are playing with energy and how we are present to that energy. And then last week, I promised you a cake and a candle. And to be honest, the cake was eaten. Well, the candle was eaten and the cake was blown out. I wanted to say the other way around, but here we go. So happy celebrations. Happy first anniversary to my very own show. So I hope you feel the vibes, and you are going to send blessings to all of us so that this conversation is continuing for many, many good shows. So here we go. But what I said, because I can talk about all kinds of things, but for today I said to myself, let's just keep it nice and cool and simple, and just do what I am really real for. So I'm going to take 2 callers, because that's why I'm here, to do readings and give you messages. So I can see Stephanie from Springfield, Massachusetts is ready. So Stephanie is ready, and I am seeing only my staff. Stephanie, are you here?
Yes, I am.
Lovely to have you here. Thank you very much for joining in. So how can I help you today?
This is my first time, so thank you. I was just calling or requesting a call just to kind of just check out my life and just see what you see. I don't know, just to talk to you and see what your feedback is, just from my energy and my vibe.
Sure. First of all, thank you very much for being here and, coming on board. And I really, really hope that you will find everything what you are into, because before I start working with you, feel free to check out all the other show hosts, because people talk about all different things and everybody is just so passionate about everything, I think. So it's a good place. It's good to be here. But then while I was listening to you, I need to say that this year is really you stepping into your power. I started the show talking about this, but while I was listening to you, I asked it, are we going for relationship or work or what is happening around us in family? But I need to acknowledge your energy. And then I feel that as this year started, what you started clearing out last year is still continues. So we still need to acknowledge that energy for about 2 or 3 months. But it feels that that you have done the majority of the work, and it is on my side, but it allows me to move forward. Now, what I'm 4 and 5 years, as if, because my hand is showing me, I would be holding a pen, So my sensation is that there has been something, a creative outflow of energy, which I started or I was thinking about starting, but the pen stood up in the air. And then afterwards, I did not put it back. Could you take that, please?
And after that, I did not put it back.
Yes, yes. So it's energetically, there is a creative process, what you started, and I feel it is to do with your spiritual learning and spiritual development. And then I stepped into that realm, but something else came in front of me, came to my life. And then for some reason, I did not pursue, I did not continue. Would you understand that?
Yes, yes.
Yes, thank you. And then
you
once
feel like someone is coming through to you, correct?
Yes, exactly. Yes. And then if you understand that at that time you felt that energy quite overpowering and quite strong, that suddenly, as if I did not know whether I can trust it or what to do with it. And then I lifted the pen and it remained in the air. Would you understand that, please?
Yes. So would you like me to share or just say yes?
Oh, I'm happy if you just say, just say yes or no, because I'm feeling I'm with your creativity. Yeah. Now,
yes.
Would you also understand that at the time you were already channeling, working with high energies, high frequencies? Thank you. Or you also understand the grandmother on your mother's side, who is very much behind us, and then she's been praying and she's just gently pushing you forward. But then what she's saying, that she understood that you needed to take a break, what she's saying,
Yeah.
And what I also feel, she's giving me 34 and also 1934, if you understand that it, and then I need to go forward.
That's her birthday.
Thank you. Yeah. And then she's also giving me the 9th, around the 5th and the 9th of April, as someone's birthday, passing and celebration. And what she's saying that for the moment, let's not talk about the precision, like these kind of details, because she wants to focus on the energy, how she's working with you. And then while I'm moving this head, if you can see me, my arm, as if I'm just gently, as we start doing some exercise, just gently, do not rush, take your time, one thing at a time. Even if you are just picking up the pen and putting on the paper one day and lifting it up, that's one thing. And following day, you leave it there, and then she's going to give you words. She said, you do not need to do anything. You do not have to think of anything, not even asking a question, because she's there immediately, because she wants to write. She's writing something what she could not write, but then it's so important for her, because what she's saying, if you are not doing it in your this lifetime, she missed her opportunity. So she's very passionate about coming forward and helping you. She's also helping clearing my throat, That's your energy, helping clearing.
Because I was, Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then what she says that go a little bit deeper, when you're clearing your throat, continue with your chest, your breathing. We need to, whether you are doing any breathing exercise, but then she's talking about, it feels that she knows quite a lot about breathing techniques, different things. That is what she's showing me. So explore the variety of different breathing exercises, because through breathing, she's bringing your stamina, strength,
Okay.
And then also, Stephanie, if you understand, because my hands are parallel here, what she's saying, that she's helping to align the energy between the two sides of your body, left and right, because sometimes it feels my left is a little bit stronger, and I need to work with the other one, the other side.
Mm-hmm.
So she's helping you with that. She's also there in your dreams. I mean, I know we can say she's there, but then she's so much in your dream, but because when you wake up, as if she's still talking on loudspeakers, and then the words are so vivid and lively that suddenly you just don't know whether you are still dreaming, whether you are still in your dream or you have woken up. And what she says, that get used to how the energy is working with you. Don't immediately jump out of your bed, because she will pull you back. She's helping you with the steps you are taking. Now, my attention is on a staircase, if you understand. So whether I am literally in a house with a staircase with you, but then what she's saying, or energetically, but what she's saying, that walk on one side of the staircase, you know? For some reason, I need to walk on one side. Do you understand that, please?
I do understand that, yes.
Yeah, thank you. And then what she says, you know, when you are coming downstairs, you might try the other way, you know? And I'm also acknowledging a dog, a little puppy thing, you know, little thing, which is you want to take the step, but this little gorgeous fluffy thing, I couldn't even see his eyes because he's just so gorgeous, you know, and fluffy. That little one is all under my feet, you know. But then she sent you that dog to cheer you up and have playfulness in your life, you know. And then at the same time, don't worry if the little puppy is going to chew your slippers, because you know, just forgive, you know. It's just so cute. You cannot be angry with that little gorgeous thing, you know. It's really gorgeous. I don't have a dog, but I would really like to have one of them. You know, this little thing. This little. Let's see what else she's saying. Now, as I'm moving forward, she's showing me a chart, and I'm seeing different colored patches on the chart. And then it feels like it's not a puzzle, but it feels like how you are putting the elements of your life together. And she said, you know, take your time and arrange the colors. And even, you know, sometimes the colors can clash, or sometimes they can sit beautifully in harmony next to each other. But what she says, that experiment with clash and harmony. Okay, and because as you are moving forward this year, she's going to give you all different, or helping you to have all the different experiences, so that it is a zest of life. You know, it's like spice up the life. You know, now I don't know whether it is you or within the family, but then she's raising, or she's giving you a glass of red wine here.
Of course.
If you understand that, and she says, you know, I'm checking first. I'm going to have a little sip before you have a go, and then it feels like she's finding it quite. You know, I'm there. You know, I'm enjoying everything what you enjoy, and I am there earlier. I am there first, because I'm checking the steps you are taking, because in the past some steps were missed or slipped. And then she always felt sadness because she could not come. I mean, she was there, but you did not notice, or you did not work with her energy, you know?
Exactly.
So she is there to check everything first. And when the air is clear, everything is fine, then we take a step, you know? So this year is definitely you work with her energy, because she's going to bring you some really enriching experience, you know? So you need to get ready in that sense.
Okay.
It's beautiful. She's filling your heart with a lot of love, you know, and then you need to get possession of love. That is what she's showing me, you know. And then while I'm putting my attention to her, she's stepping back, and then she's waving. There's a certain way how she would be waving her hand, you know, if you understand.
Okay.
As if she's drawing something in the air, you know. So work. You know, actually, what she's drawing in the air, I love.
Like waving goodbye, almost, right?
Yeah, yes.
To situation, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's drawing a question mark in the air. You know, like a slowly. Right. She's drawing a question mark, and then she's giving it to you, because then you have that inquiry, you know, in your mind as you are moving forward, because the way how you are approaching the reality is really worthwhile to expand, you know, and she wants to see it fully expanding, you know. So Stephanie, I know it's just a very, very short little chit chat here, but thank you very much for joining.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. If you would like, you know, feel free to send me an email to hello@zsuzsannamedium.com, and I'm very happy to finish the reading with you off camera, because she's very chatty. You know, she wants to say a lot of things here.
She was. Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thanks for calling in, and stay tuned in. See you next time. Thank you. So I'm going. I can see a few minutes. I'm going for Christy. Thank you. Christy in Medford, New York. So here we go. Christy, how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Thanks very much for waiting, you know, and being here. I always feel that we always have the conversations what we need to have here. So how can I help you today?
I'm just I'd like to get like a general reading, if you could, please. I don't even know how I feel right now. Anything that come up.
Okay. It's interesting you say this, because as I'm listening to it, it feels like I want to take one step forward, but it feels like I'm taking 2 steps back. And then if you understand the last 3-4 months, it's like, oh my goodness me, this is how my life is moving, you know? And then you know that one step for the moment is enough. And then you have learned not to be too upset about that, even if you feel it is pulling back, you know? Now, while I'm feeling the energy being pulled back a little bit, I need to acknowledge an environment behind me in the past, recent past, where I feel that the actual environment, that energy is pulling me back. So deep within, you know that I want to move forward, but as if I haven't checked what is ahead of me, as if I haven't really thought about my ideas. And then for the moment, even if it is pulling me back, but it still feels safer. Do you understand that, please?
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. What Spirit says that, you know, you have done this learning. You need to know that you got your lesson. It is completed, you know. And then what they are showing me, whether you understand, sometimes I'm feeling a little discomfort in my knees, you know, but then they are trying to catch your attention and then trying to lift your, you know, foot one at a time, energetically, that, you know, just consider one step at a time. It feels that doesn't matter whether we are rushing or we don't have to rush, just taking one step at a time. And then even though you feel it is still holding you back, that energy, we need to be clear with our boundaries. You know, it's like a sliding door behind me, and then I need to close the energy. You need to take up 2 or 3 conversations with some people you believe they have importance in your life, but then they don't have importance. Okay, so feel into those people. I feel there are 2 males and 1 female behind me who are trying to pull me back. You know, have the conversation, have the courage. And then the conversation does not need to take for, I don't know, like hours, but then something very, very short, and practice those words, what you want to say to the people, because your body wants to feel that frequency, you know? It's not just in our mind where we feel the words, but we need to say it out loud, because we give life frequency to it. It means that it's resonating, vibrating within our body. And then, you know, when we say certain words, if we haven't said those words, or if we are keeping ourselves back, then the body feels, oh, that's a little bit unusual, you know? And then you might, in your mind, you might feel that, oh, I can't say that because it's not me. But then when you feel that this is what you need to say it out more often. You need to practice those words, because then your body gets used to the frequency. And by the time you are speaking to the people, you want to have very clear boundaries for your body and for your energy system. Those frequencies have been incorporated, you know, have been taken in. You know, you are owning that frequency. You need to also notice, you know, sometimes it happens that, you know, we've got all things in front of us, but you see, Spirit right now is talking about the recent past, what is around you, and how you are moving forward. Because I am noticing the zebra crossing or the traffic lights, and I'm seeing the red and I'm seeing the green, and then the green light is flashing, it's flashing, and it has been flashing for quite some time. You know, if you understand, a year or 18 months, it has been flashing, but I'm still focusing on the red light, you know. And then also, while I'm focusing on the red light, my green is flashing. I'm also noticing other people, you know, traffic is moving on, life is moving on, and I'm noticing the other people living their lives, you know. So clearing those boundaries behind, having those conversations with those people. Also, I feel that it's whether you are starting with these people or with people in your family, but I really have to be really clear with my boundaries with people, because even when I'm showing, you know, moving my hands, if you can see me, it feels like people are just bouncing me, you know. I'm coming this way and that way, and as if I don't know where I am or what is really me, So first we need to feel into that energy, Now, what I'm feeling, when you're out in nature, it's interesting because Spirit is giving me what is happening here, even if your question was about what is ahead of me, So this is ahead of you, just being present, okay? Because what I'm feeling is if you can, whether you go outside in nature or inside your room, even after this conversation, you can try. You sit down, you quiet yourself, and then even if you keep your eyes open, you put your mind onto one object, and then you breathe a few times, and then you really notice that object, the light, the shape, everything. And then you gently move your eyes to another object, and then you can do also the same with your sense of hearing when you are outside in nature, stand or sit, and then just 360 degrees, what can I hear? And I put my attention to, there's a bird up here, and then there's another one answering to that bird, or there is a car behind me passing. So it's with your senses, you bring yourself back to yourself, because first we need to find ourselves. First we need to ground ourselves and find our roots,
Okay.
And while I'm saying this, because my conversation comes to the end, thinking of how I am eating and what is coming into my body and how I'm looking after my body internally, So I hope could give you a little nugget of thoughts or a little wisdom from Spirit, and then you will find it helpful. Feel free to send me an email to hello@zsuzsannamedium.com, and I'm very happy to catch up with you, have the conversation and give you some more ideas. Or come to my Facebook page, because I very often talk about all kind of things. So that's a good place to be. So Christy, thank you very much for being here. Now this has been just one of the shows when you feel the time goes very quickly, and I really enjoyed it, and I hope you enjoyed it as much as I enjoyed it, being here. Happy first anniversary to my show, and see you next week. I'm going to be here on Tuesdays, all the times we know, and I'm sending you lots of love, many, many blessings, and oh my goodness me, step out on your stage.